This is true, man. Happy Monday to everybody out there. It is the
Yes.
first Monday of June 5th, 2023. Hopefully, everybody's had a blessed day. The weather has been nice in New York, but we are in the 305. Shout out to Miami.
Yes, sir, Ski, ladies and gentlemen. We in Miami.
Yeah.
Where did you guys
Vibe.
just come from? The vibe was amazing. Tell us more.
God
did.
before we go there. No, before we go, yeah, seriously, before we go there, shout out to Black Enterprise. We were at the Disruptor Summit this weekend. We were able to speak with our brother Ross Mack. That was an amazing event. Shout out to all the earners that pulled up on us. Some amazing stories were shared, man. The power and impact is real, and it has no boundaries and no ceiling, man. So shout out to everybody that pulled up on us and told us their stories about how one episode changed their life. And we were able to bless a few people with some InvestFest tickets just for supporting us. They always show up, and so why not bless some people back? So shout out to everybody in Atlanta.
Yeah, for sure. So we did that, and then we did an event with Square today. Shout out to the good folks at Square.
Shout out to Jack.
Dope event. So yeah, we're in Miami right now, and we got a really dope episode, special edition of Market Mondays.
Yeah.
But we had to call an audible on a play and report on some breaking news about Apple.
Yes.
So we took it out of our Miami vibe, as you can tell. I got this the silk on.
It's silk, y'all. Officially, it's silk.
Can't stop the rain. You can't stop the rain. That's for sure.
Motivation 1, 2.
Yeah, motivational purposes only.
Please,
so I got that satin on, but it's cutting into the night. This is how much we love you guys, man. That's a fact. This is how much we love you guys, man. So we got a lot to talk about.
Yeah.
But quick rundown. Big week for EYL.
The Queen.
Tomorrow.
Queen.
Ready for this one, Ian?
Yes. Tell me more.
Tomorrow's episode of Earn Your Leisure, featuring the iconic Mary J. Blige.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
That's amazing.
Yes, sir.
That's going to be a good one.
She talks about her ups and downs, challenges, going through a divorce, alimony, prenuptial agreement, starting a festival, music business, being an independent artist after 30 years in the game, acting, being on Power.
Mm-hmm.
She's killing it.
Being an entrepreneur, what's next?
Yeah.
It's a lot, man. It's a lot. The reverence that Mary J. Blige has on our community, I mean, it goes without saying. Especially for us. Like I said, y'all know we from Westchester County. She from Yonkers. We from Greenburgh. So it's a 914 thing. So to see her growth over the years and been supporting her for years, but to see the amount of love that gets poured in to her and from her, it's amazing, man. So shout out to Strength of a Woman, her conference, for allowing us to be there. It was a legendary situation.
Shout out to Yonkers, man.
YO.
Some of the greatest hip hop artists of all time come out of Yonkers. Mary J. Blige, DMX, The Lox.
Yeah, The Lox.
Yep. Yeah. So shout out to Mary. So that's dope. Check that out tomorrow, 8:00 Eastern Standard Time on our YouTube channel and all podcast outlets.
Yes.
Yes. Disclaimer.
Yeah.
Where y'all going for dinner tonight?
We'll text you that. We'll text you that in a little bit.
Yes.
Do your research. Do your research. You should know by now. Do your research. Our content is intended to be used and must be used for informational purposes only. It's very important that you do your own analysis before making any investment based on your own personal circumstances. You should take independent financial advice from a professional in connection with or independently research and verify any information that you find on our show and wish to rely upon, whether for the purpose of making an investment decision or otherwise. People continue to do your research. I love what's going on out here. Every time we go somewhere, somebody's telling us about how they use the information and how they've made money from the information that they use and how they shared it. We actually ran it at the airport. There was a shout out to Westchester Airport. We ran into a group of gentlemen who have an investment club at the airport. And so they've been watching Market Mondays. Fine. There's like 6 or 7 of them. They watch it every Monday, and then Tuesday they come in and they go over their investment strategies together. So that's amazing. Shout out to them and shout out to everybody that's doing the same.
I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ian, any announcements on your end?
Yes, I want to say happy belated birthday to my dad. I appreciate you and love you so much. Birthday was yesterday, so
happy birthday, man! Come on,
yeah, you already
birthday,
know.
Yeah, that's my guy. That's my
so
guy.
Shout out to him. Everybody, Red Panda, put happy birthday to him, please. While you guys were at the Black Enterprise event, I got to shout out Shannon Lanier. He was the first person to give me a TV interview. So I got to tell my brother thank you. He was like, "Yo, where you at?" I'm like, couldn't make it. He was so excited. So and Shannon been Apple, I think like 3 or 4 years now.
Hey,
and
you know, I go to church with Shannon. Did you know that?
Do you?
Yeah, I know him for like 10 plus years.
It's a small world, man. Thank God we be out here doing right. You know what I'm saying? Stock Club, for real. Stock Club call will be on Saturday, 3 p.m. That is our new time. This past Saturday was amazing. So 3 p.m. is our Stock Club call. And Apple is doing amazing. We'll talk about it tonight. If I've made you money, please put yes in chat and let me get some pandas in chat tonight. Let's go.
Let's do it.
Yes. The rumors are true.
Mm-hmm.
You see that silk frame. You see the Cartier frames. You see.
This what you doing tonight?
Yeah.
You feeling silly tonight too? Okay.
Play the bad guy.
No, he's gonna be as modest as can be.
I'm gonna be the bad guy this year.
He's gonna be as modest as can be.
This year I'm gonna be the bad guy.
Hold on. Remember we was in London, right? We did the episode with Jess. They can only throw rocks at the throne. You can't throw rocks from it. You done with that?
This year I'm gonna be the bad guy. Yeah.
I wear a leather jacket all summer.
Yeah, I'm on my Hulk Hogan vibes, man. I might wear silk for 300 days straight in the winter.
Perhaps.
Might wear silk in the winter.
That meeting early was phenomenal.
Yeah.
Both of them.
So let's get into this. Like I said, we got my girl Flau'jae coming up soon.
Amazing
but
story.
I wanted to talk about Apple.
Yeah.
This is why we are here early.
Yes.
Apple did it again. They announced, we talked about this months ago that it was coming. Today, Tim Cook, they gave their revealing of the VR headset.
Yeah, Vision Pro.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have been telling you about Apple stock for a very long time. Hit all-time high today, went back a little bit, but its stock is through the roof over the last 6 months. It's going crazy.
Last 20 years, last 3 years since you guys been watching the show, not to cut you off gracefully, I'm on my leather vibes since we going crazy. Up 126%. If I made you money, please put yes in chat.
Yeah, for sure. So the VR headset is going crazy. So I want to talk about the VR headset and all that. But first, Ian, I think you want to, give your monologue about Apple.
Yes, really quick. But before we do that, does anyone have Oculus or Quest Pro? Do they believe in it? Put Quest in chat if you have a Quest. Shout out to all my good folks over at Meta. I appreciate you. I've learned to turn down the slander. Shout out to Jack from Square as well, who sent me a message this weekend. I appreciate you. I'm a chill too. But Apple.
Jack Dorsey sent you a message?
Getting caught by the bosses.
Perhaps.
What do we know? Hey, Jack, how are you? But I want to talk about drawdown. So one of the reasons that I love Apple so much is that the drawdown is relatively safe. If we look at 2009, the drawdown was 55%. That's when Steve Jobs was running it. But since then, in 2013, the highest drawdown has been 36%. And then if we go to 2016, it was around 25%. Apple is up 45%. Year to date, so since January 1st, it's up 45%. If you look over the last 5 years, returns are 200% plus for $1 trillion company, up 70,000% all time. This company continues to innovate. I want to run off some stats around why. I know I talk about technicals a lot, but if we look at the actual market cap, it's 1.9 trillion. Enterprise value is 2.8 trillion. This is one of the most perfect companies I've ever seen. The profit margins overall is 25% for the company, but on the service side, they are bringing in 70% profit on the services. So I know we'll talk about the price and the headset and all that later, but on the services side, when Apple's automatically billing you in the middle of the night, they're keeping 70% of that profit. Amazing. One of the greatest companies of all time, the greatest publicly traded stock of all time. Please continue to hold. People are going to ask, should we continue to invest? Yes. It's the only company, Apple and Microsoft, are the only two that I say dollar cost average every month. And they probably have a window in the healthcare space that will extend them like another 10 or 15 years. I don't think we've ever had a better American-run company in the history of the market. I mean, even if you look on like return on assets, that's 27% return Return on equity is 165%. And this is a telltale sign if a company is doing well. Go Google how many shares Apple is buying back every quarter. That's like they're throwing a lot of billions of dollars into buying that company back. We'll have to talk about Meta this week, but I think Meta's in trouble. They dropped the Quest Pro 3. I think the Quest is a great product, but it's too little too late. And if you saw WWDC and all the things they have wrapped up in that Vision Pro,
oh my God,
it's unbelievable. It will not replace the iPhone, but this will probably be like the third or fourth best product in a hardware space that they have. If I have made you money, put yes in chat. Speculation, talk over. And these are for free. For context too, I haven't charged nobody or sold nothing in 9 months. Go to joinredpanda.com, click on a link and see if you can buy anything. Can't. The Market Mondays is the hedge fund. Let's go crazy. And Shotty, don't turn that energy down either. We ain't going no more. Listen, I told 2 years ago, got to control the audience, control the narrative, get the most wins. I'm not backing off that. Ed, put it in chat. If I made you money, let me get a yes tonight, please. Apple is amazing.
Hit the like button and share. Hit the like button and share. So we are going to talk about the VR headset, right? So they dropped the VR headset video today when they were talking about everything and kind of showed it. So it's pretty much everything that you would think about. Oculus, you can kind of think about, that. Allows you to use your apps. And a glass, and from the glasses, it allows you to go online. The sports is something that I was extremely excited to see. That's something I've been talking about for a long time. I think that virtual reality is going to revolutionize sports as far as the gaming experience. And that was one of the things of their presentation. Like you can actually, feel like you're actually front row, different things of that nature. So I think that that's a brilliant idea. And
you see that 2K overview, not to cut you off, my excitement is getting my passion.
You know what? Because you said that it was everything that we expected. I'm like,
and more.
It was like overwhelming. I'm like, yo, how did they think of that? Like some of the things, like you said,
what did you like about it?
The 2K overview of the NBA?
That was crazy.
That's insane.
In practice mode, that was crazy. I think one of the more interesting things was that Hard X, that app where they actually had the organ and people were actually figuring out from a surgical standpoint how to use this and look at it. I'm just like, yo, this is next level. This is beyond what I thought. The fact that you can decide how immersive you want to be inside of that headset, right? So this is like the first time that you can turn a dial and say, all right, I want to be fully immersed in it. Or, you know what? I still want to look out and still see what's going on in my surroundings. Whereas in the other headsets, it's like there's no option.
Yeah, there's no
right?
option.
You're
so you get AR, VR, and mixed reality.
Exactly. And then when they looked at it inside the workspace, and it was like, who needs a desktop, right? All I need is my hand and I need my eyes. Like my eyes are making the decisions for me. And depending on how fast I look, it will make an auto correction enough to what I like.
Yeah.
It's interesting, it's innovating, but it's like, wow, right? And so we're so used to using our face to scan into our phones. They're now using your eye, the actual iris, to figure out how, and what you like. That was incredible. The other part, and y'all know I love Disney, was like, oh,
Bob Iger had to bow down to the crown.
They brought Bob in. Like they brought Bob in to speak about the partnership between, and again, a key word is partnership between Disney Plus and Apple. Disney being the first streaming platform that's going to be on there. And how immersive the movies can now be. Like thinking about watching the movie, but now doing it in the 3D form.
Yeah.
Right. So there is no like, hey, I got to sit at the movie theater, put my headset in. You're actually in it. I think one of the most revolutionary things that they showed today was the 3D photos.
Yeah, that's incredible.
When you watch movies and you go back in time and it's like the memory. I felt like that was like live. Like you're taking a live memory of what's happening, and you can have that forever. I was absolutely blown away. Yeah. So their quote is, "It's the most advanced personal electronic device ever." I'm going to say yes.
I think so. And I know the price point is high. We'll talk about it. There's two things that I took away from the price being $3,500. It's a sign of the times that they are factoring in inflation. But if you mix AR, VR, mixed reality, into all that you can do, even like on a MacBook. If you're using the Vision Pro, you can take, they showed like an example of like, I think Pro Tools, they drug over from the MacBook those settings right into the glasses, and you can continue editing from there. So like all the stuff that you can do in Adobe, and I even thought about the NFT space. I'm like, that may add some value there in terms of creation, 3D modeling, of course, healthcare. If I was Fitbit, I would be terrified. I wouldn't know what to do, because now you can track the power in some of your stats, the cadence. Somebody in Red Panda earlier told me, it's like, this is the good guy version of Minority Report. And I couldn't find a better description for it than that. Like, of course, every tech company has some underlying evil domination, desire to take over the world. I get it. But that technology from Minority Report pretty much is that Vision Pro. And I'm, once again, I want to put in chat, is anybody buying Oculus? You don't have to like the take. I want to do a survey. Please put Oculus in chat if you have a Quest or Oculus Pro. I have two. This, like, Oculus is Atari. This is PlayStation 5.
Here's the interesting part with all the technology, and it's interesting. You said it's the fourth best product that it'll have. What do you think the reaction will be? I know some people look at the price point, but you'll have diehard people who are Apple supporters. It doesn't matter the price point; they want the new technology. I might fall in that category. What do you think the reaction will be to this device?
The reaction, I think once people get to play with it, they'll love it. And this reminds me a lot of the launch of 2007 when the iPhone came out. The phone was pricey when it came out in 2007, but people find a way to make their way to it. I think once they get the chip thing under control on their end, the price will come down. And then once they find a way to partner with an Xfinity or a cellular company, they'll find a way to bring the price down and subsidize it. I'm pretty sure at some point you'll be able to have that Vision Pro for like $99 or $150 a month. And you'll have a plan that you'll be able to work it through Verizon or somebody like that. They've historically have linked, even the Disney, Pixar, Apple relationship that goes back 20 or 30 years. So they're going to lean on that. AT&T, who needs a hit, or Verizon. All of these companies need something to kind of like find a way to bring more clients in or more customers in. I wouldn't be surprised if they end up subsidizing it so people can have it at a more affordable price as they have every iPhone, and they're not doing with iPad. It's one of the greatest launches I've seen in a long time. The innovation, like even when they were talking about the Apple, you being able to take your FaceTime, put it on your Apple TV, and then it can track as other people come into your FaceTime and center it and panned in beautifully, like it was DJI, like how panned in here.
Yo, that was great. Right on cue.
Right on cue.
Like life-size FaceTime. Everything.
That would be a company for somebody.
Yeah.
That's a feature for Apple. Amazing.
And these are things that, like I said, even in my portfolio, it's one of the things I'm up most on right now is Apple, just the Apple stock alone, up 45%. And this is something that you can actually make some real money on just easy. Like, you don't got to trade options. You don't got to do anything. Like, this is just a long-term play. So Apple stock, talked about that for a long time. QQQ, which is technology ETF, which has Apple as a large part of it. Also at also at a 52-week high, almost. Talked about that for forever. XLK, which is another ETF with the S&P 500 that covers technology that has Apple as, I believe, its number one holding. Also almost at a 52-week high. I said from the beginning, the Franklin Dynatech Fund, which is a mutual fund, which has Apple, I believe, is its top holding, doing very well. So these are things that you can actually invest in real time and make some money. Like, if you're interested in making money, you follow the money route. If you're interested in just, gossip and a whole bunch of other stuff, then you can kind of get lost in the sauce. But definitely gave you a lot of opportunities to make money for sure. And it's not like 3 years. It's not like it's going to be over. It's not over. But eventually you got to get in the game. So that's something that everybody should definitely take heed to for sure.
Stop deviating from the plan. Please put in chat. Investing is very simple. Of course, other things that can be done better. Sure. But like, man, I'm being real. When it comes to even delivering alpha is the returns that you'll produce. A lot of the things that were called on here are outperforming most hedge funds. Go back and look even at 2019, 2020. Most people were not saying Apple is a primary or a leading pick in any portfolio. They thought it had too much risk in it, while risk was decreasing. Now, Apple is leading the charge. Microsoft is not too far behind from that all-time high either. Yeah, Samsung will push back and have a great product as well on a virtual reality, mixed reality side, but they don't have the ecosystem that Apple does. Like that seamless integration and like almost like vertical digital integration is like a moat in itself that other people don't have. So while I think some of the Samsung technology is better than Apple's, the ecosystem and user base is second to none. If I have made you money, please put yes in chat.
Yes, Sirski.
Vision Pro on the way.
So there goes. One last thing about this. So I know people are going to say, like, should we wait to buy Apple?
Yep.
You never want to buy the 52-week high, but you said if you can dollar cost average, which dollar cost average for anybody that doesn't know is when you buy money, when you put money into an investment, into a stock consistently. So every month you just put money in no matter what, $500 every single month. It's up, it's down. It's just like your 401k. It just comes out of your paycheck and just goes into it. So
I'll give a price next week too.
Next week we will be giving a price for Apple.
Stay tuned.
So wait for a pullback or just or what should they be doing?
Wait for a pullback. And I'll also say this too. I said this with Stock Club this week because my guy Billy was like, hey, what do I do to get better and get more of an edge in the market? Diversification is for people who do not know what they're doing. Ask any hedge fund manager or go to Guru Focus, gurufocus.com. Go look at any major investor, even go look at Pelosi. They're investing in the same stocks over and over and over again. Like this endless need to have 24 stocks and rebalance and sector rotation and like quarter rotation. That's not the real game. The number, even if you don't love Apple, find a primary company that you love as your primary holding, pair it with something else. Even with VO and VTI, I know some people will say that it's overlap. The overlap is there for drawdown prevention, so you don't have a heavy drawdown. Yes, you can invest in other funds, but if they don't have the safety and security that Vanguard does, why invest in someone who did not invent the index formula? You are investing in a copy of Vanguard. Stop deviating. All the wins comes in, and most of you who've been watching the show for 3 years, you can almost write the parts that I'm gonna say up by now. But the most important part is investing in the same ones over and over and over again. So I will wait for a better price to get in, but continuously invest. Your first stop is 100 shares, then you want to get to 1,000, then you want to get to 10,000. And for those who are doing it, you know why I scream this. The only people who don't like the strategy are those who are not actively investing in it.
1,000 shares. We spoke about it. We spoke about it. You know what, Ian? Let's come up with a list for a few stocks and let's give some prices away. We'll do that
next week.
Yeah, we'll do that. Yep, let's do that.
Hit the like button. 4,000 people on the check, and let's run this bad boy up to 5,000. And then maybe we can do some Cash App situation. So let's talk about this though. I feel like the headset is
You're
good.
in a good mood. I like this,
but it's not going to really, I don't think, be crazy revolutionary until they get it down to like glasses like these. That is when the whole world is going to change.
Specifically,
that's when it'll be at mass adoption. But Apple, what kind of those? God did.
Specifically.
God did. But Apple has been very key on having a super fan base of early adopters who don't care about looking cool. That'll be like, I want to get and to be honest, in comparison, it looks better than this.
It does.
No, but for sure. But it's not even just for the look of it. I just think just for because it's still big, right? It's still not really.
You from New York, you gotta say pause, right?
You're not walking down the street. Yeah, pause.
How is that pause?
He says,
I don't know. I'm not from New York. I don't know. I'm just being silly.
But now you're not walking down. I can see what you're saying. You're not walking down the street with that. Like you're not going to the supermarket with that on your face, right? But in the workplace, what does that look like? I was having this conversation with Ab. It was like, who needs the cubicle? Who needs the desk? Who needs to go at this point, right? Like we're having meetings right on our headset.
Yep. And the thing is, this is where NVIDIA, Apple working on that M2 chip. The reason why you can't get it that thin is because the chips are too thick. So like when you start to look at Newton's law of physics and all that, like it'll be a while before they're able to get the chips down to the size where it can be that thin. I have used the Facebook Ray-Ban product. It's good, but you run out of storage really fast. So for all that computing power, like I would say that headset is like the equivalent of having a MacBook Pro in one device from like 2018 to 2019. That's a lot of computing power. And the thing that I'm really looking forward to seeing is if you have it on for longer than 20 minutes, will you not get sick or feel dizzy? And this Oculus you do that I paid for, 2 of them. If they can eliminate that, which is a processing issue, and they have also new MacBook and new Mac Pro, great. But if they can dial down on the chip situation, maybe in a few years they will get it to be thinner. But I think this is a product that they are looking to scale amongst early adopters and early innovators. By the time they get it down to the size of like a Cartier frame or like a Ray-Ban frame, it'll definitely replace the iPhone if there's no health issues with it.
Yeah.
So here's a tip, ladies and gentlemen. You never want to buy anything at an all-time high. So if you're putting a lump sum of money in, then it's probably not the best time to buy any stock, or a lot of stocks are high right now. So wait for the pullback. But if you're going dollar cost average, then just put money in every single month. But when you have a buying opportunity to buy Apple, definitely buy Apple for sure. Investing has considerable risk. So
please consult your advisor. But
please consult your advisor. But it probably might be a good idea to buy Apple because
166, I give a place.
As AB told me, and pause on this in advance, but he said everything gets smaller over the course of time. So
is that possible?
You know, I mean, it's children watching. You got
it's like even like cell phones, right? At one point in time, like the car. I remember there was a car phone back in the days.
That was a fact.
And the car phone was like huge. It was like a brick.
No, I remember Zach Morris. That was a Zach Morris phone.
That's what I'm saying. And then it just got small. So it's like this. What you're seeing now, in 5 years, over the course of time, it's going to get sleeker, and eventually, I think it's definitely going to be glasses. And when it's real glasses that you can actually walk outside, see the road, but then also see your phone, see your apps, use ChatGPT at the same time. When we talk about AI and different things of that nature, I feel like this is definitely the next evolution of that. So I think that if you invest in Apple and you invest in these tech companies over the course of the next 10 years, you're gonna be making a lot of money. So that's just my own personal opinion. I'm not telling you what to do, but you might want to consider it at the very least.
Highly consider it. I mean, we're talking about the greatest company of our lifetime.
Yeah, my bad. My bad. 70,000% return all time for Apple. Please invest for the long term. I know sometimes it's hard to focus on the long term, but for those who've been hearing me scream this since 2020, and I was saying it before then, but since 2020, if you're in it and you've made money from it, let your friends know that it has worked out. I know, because investing feels like as soon as you buy it, it's going to fall. And it fell today, and people were asking why. I'm like, the earnings power of the announcement was already priced in. Like when it hit all-time highs last week.
That part is very important. So the announcement, if we knew it, right, then majority of the investing world knew that this announcement was coming, and so that price was already built into the lead up to it. And so now people are looking like, well, they just announced it. How come the stock didn't go up higher? Or how come it went down? Well, the price was already booked in. What we have to see is how it, when it becomes a pre-order, what it does inside that quarter, right? And so we'll see. When we saw different wearables get announced, we saw the next quarter how they were received, and so this will be another indication of it. But I think outside of the glasses, which are amazing, right? There was still other announcements that are going to help their revenue, right? So they talked about a new watch, they talked about the new MacBook Air, they talked about the new iOS system, they talked about the new iPad with collaborative work. So there's other things inside of this company that solely by themselves would be standouts in addition to this announcement, which when we talk about, why we love it so much, and you should probably look into it and probably figure out a way to invest in it. These are what we're talking about. Like,
somebody needs to write a book about this strategy. Like, Apple was not a favorite, definitely like in 2016, 2017, but the constant innovation, because I know people are like, well, find the new Apple. I'm like, the new Apple is inside of the new Apple. Like, if I was Fitbit CEO, when I saw that watch announcement and what it can do, I wouldn't know how to counter that. It's almost impossible the kind of brain power that they have. And then we haven't even talked about the Apple TV side and the movie side and how many Emmys they'll probably win over the next few years and what they're doing on that side. Like, it's an Apple TV even is a super underutilized product and is not as popular as it could be. They have so many assets. It's hard to really go against them. But when you put that all inside of one kingdom, and once again, they're getting 30% of revenue off of every major company on earth that has an app in their app store.
Well played.
Legal monopoly.
Well played.
Well played. Get your tickets to London.
Yes.
England. We will be out there in 2 weeks. Fastly approaching.
Damn, time is flying.
Investfest. Woo. Can we tell them what we was at today?
Yeah, we tell them.
The real place, or
Can you get I need some Pepto-Bismol.
oh my God.
Haters are sick.
No. We're gonna be humble. No. I'm gonna do like no. How you turn to the bad guy? I turn to the
Love.
We're gonna be humble.
I need some
We're
Pepto-Bismol.
gonna be humble.
I need some Pepto.
But you can't. You got it. We was on Love Island, so we got to leave with that.
Shout out to Diddy. Spent 3 hours with Black Caesar and the team.
What was the biggest lesson that you learned from hanging with Diddy?
Man,
The biggest lesson, I'm gonna tell you straight up, that y'all should be. He's got some stuff he want to talk about, and when he talks about it, historic ain't gonna be the word, right? It's going. You know what? I think I got culture shifting conversation.
it's called jump off a roof. Jump off a roof. That's what you should do. You should jump off a roof. Because
I don't want no parts of this.
yo,
It's not.
Listen, we are here to be humble servants.
yo, we got some bombs, man. Nuclear invasion. Get your tickets to InvestFest, ladies and gentlemen. We got some nuclear bombs that are going to drop Pond Head Top
Soon.
So
reach.
can I announce the fabulous down? No.
Not
Yeah,
yet.
wait.
Yeah. Ah,
Who anointed me
Entertainment.
the king of investing? Nobody.
It
But
was only silk shirts.
entertainment. Oh, on a more somber note, I definitely want to send our condolences
man,
to the 85 South family. That's family for us. 85 South, Chad, Ryan, the whole team. Like, we've been on their show a few times. They come on, Earn Your Leisure. We chop it up with them. Like, that's a real relationship that we have. So, DC Young Fly, we definitely want to send him and his family our thoughts and prayers. And that's something that was extremely, sad to hear, heartbreaking situation. So hopefully, we just sending him thoughts and prayers, and definitely wanted to send our condolences for sure. And also wanted to send condolences to brother Corey from the Joe Button podcast. His mom passed away. So another good brother, good relationship. That's the reason why we know Joe Button is through him. Definitely wanted to send both of those gentlemen our condolences.
That was heartbreaking.
For sure.
Prayers up.
For sure.
Speaking of love, I know we say normally at the end of the show, but spend more time with the people that you care about. Because at the end of the day, when you lose people like that, like, man, when I got that text, I was like, fuck, like Corey had been going through it. Corey quiet, so he won't say nothing. Then he just texts me like, bro, I don't even feel like talking, but like, I was like, man, my heart broke for him. And Fly too, like Fly, good dude. Anybody who know Fly, love his kids. Like, so to go through that, like, we have to remember through all the turmoil and drama that we may face in our personal lives. It was like, man, spend time with people you love. Don't even focus on anybody who don't like you. It's not worth it. It's not worth it.
Indeed.
It's not. So now we're going to go into a special segment of Market Mondays. We got the champ. When we heard that we can do this interview,
Big foe.
It was something that we were really, really excited about.
Shout out,
national champion LSU, But then also one of the top musical artists in the game right now.
Best rapper alive is what she said.
Alive.
That's what we going with. That's what we going with.
But it was a dope conversation because we talked about business and we talked about NIL deals. We talked about working with family. Her mom is a manager.
Mm-hmm.
We got to get her a better title. Like her mom, we said it. She the new Chris.
Yeah. So you want to cue this up?
Yeah, I mean, it was a special moment when we get to sit down with a young lady that just has so much promise, so much energy, and it has wise beyond her years. She's been in, I guess, entertainment since she was 9 years old. You know, she started out, y'all know her story if you don't. She started out on talent shows. She was on JD's
America's Got Talent.
America's Got Talent. She was on JD's show too, but found a passion for basketball and was gifted at it, but still has that business mindset. So she's a special young lady, a special human being, and her team is incredible too. So shout out to Mom, but not just Mom, you know, the PR, everybody that came and it was part of the episode. It was a phenomenal episode. And we were just so happy that we got to do it, man, because she's incredible. And definitely, you know, we extended our hand to all women's basketball, but we definitely rocking with LSU. So hopefully we'll be down there, do some more stuff with them.
Big foe. And we only interviewing women for the next 90 days, by the way.
We'll talk about that.
The one we just talked about. Yeah.
Only women for the next 90 days. We're just gonna go crazy with women for 90 days. So let's get this going, ladies and gentlemen. Strap in your seatbelts, enjoy the ride. Yeah, and we're gonna take a break from our regularly scheduled programming to bring you this super dope exclusive interview with Big Foe.
Let's
get it.
End of a champion.
All right, guys. This is legendary content in the making.
Yeah.
We taking a break from our usual programming here at Market Mondays to give you an exciting exclusive interview.
Yeah.
It's something that's very, very important when we talk about the landscape of athletics, NIL deals. We spoke about it with Deion Sanders before he left Jackson State, and it was interesting to get his perspective on it. We spoke about it with Jalen Rose. We spoke about it with our good friend of the program and who will be at Invest Fest. Yes, Richard Paul.
Oh, that guy.
That guy. But we've never spoken to an actual athlete that's in it.
Yeah.
And her mom manager.
Yes.
Momager.
Yes.
Is that how you pronounce that?
Momager. Yeah, you got it.
Flau'jae Johnson, top prospect, LSU, national champion, top 10 when it comes to the most followed NIL athletes on social media, 1.3 million followers on Instagram, 1.1 million on TikTok, 2023 SEC Freshman of the Year.
Hey, thank you, studio audience.
Yes. Yeah. But she's also somebody that has a extremely talented music career as well.
Absolutely.
We're going to talk about that. Very passionate about music. Has a song with one of the greatest artists of all time.
Yeah.
Lil Tunchi or Lil Tuna Fish. Shout out to Wayne.
Weezy.
Her mom has actually been her manager her whole entire life. And it's a lot that is going on right now as far as with NIL deals, as far as, about to turn pro in a couple of years, obviously. But also, balancing that with being a student athlete and a budding musical star in the making, and doing it all simultaneously at a young age. How old are you?
19.
Wow.
Not even 20 years old yet. And managing a variety of different things that most, people in their 30s and 40s couldn't do. So first and foremost, and her mom, Kia Brooks, is definitely going to join in on this conversation and give it from that perspective as far as how she's seeing it on the management side, on the parental side, and give advice to other athletes and other parents of athletes that might be going through this situation or potentially could be going through this situation and not knowing how to manage it. So first and foremost, thank you guys for joining us. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you for having us.
Yes. So, all right, let's get into this. So LSU, I know you guys won a championship, obviously, and you got some very high prospects that are transferring in this year. We just got finished talking about it. but you're doing it with a lot of swag, right? That's something that is
important.
It's very reminiscent to an era that I grew up in where the UNLV running Rebels, the Fab Five from Michigan. There was teams in college where they were more, even the U for Miami football. Like these were college teams that got more recognition than pro teams. And they had a lot of swag and they became cultural phenomenons. When you look at the Fab Five, even to this day, people still look at that era. But there has not been a women's team that has embodied that until now. In my opinion, I feel like you guys are the version of that. But with that comes a lot of hate and a lot of backlash. So how do you guys look at yourselves as like the Fab Five for women or UNLV?
Nah, but like we know like that game changed like women's college basketball for a long time, like forever. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because it was never nothing like that. And I think that like the age of social media just kind of flipped everything on its head. And like we're just the type of people like who express ourselves. And it wasn't known for like women to do that, especially in basketball. Like, you know what I'm saying? It was like, no, you just hoop, you drop back down, you get back on defense. But nah, we score, we're going to pop it on you, and then we're going to go back down, you know what I'm saying, on defense. And so I think it's like just changing the whole vibe of women's basketball, showing that you could be more. I think that it's just like, it's evident. And like you had some of the best basketball on the floor in the championship game with Caitlin Clark. Shout out to her, amazing player. She going to change the game forever as well. But like, you know, just having that swag, like that was missing in the girls' game, like for real.
Definitely swag.
Definitely swag. What's
you know what I'm saying?
Team,
what I love about y'all is that it's unapologetic. And it is no secret about it. Like y'all know how good y'all are. Y'all gonna show people how good y'all are. And y'all do it so effortlessly. I love the swag. You put the SH in it. I love it. But it didn't always start in basketball, or was basketball and entertainment paramount at the same time? Like, when did we discover to say, you know what, we're going to chase this career, or we're going to go after this career, and we'll have this as a backup? Or was this both the plans?
No, it wasn't the plan at first, because at first I was just solely rapping. Like I was on Rap Game and I was on America's Got Talent, right? But I always played basketball. I just played on my friend dad AAU team, but I wasn't getting no coverage or nothing like that. But I was killing everybody. So I told my mom, I was like, bro, I don't want to rap no more. I just want to hoop. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm done. Like, I'm done rapping. I don't want to rap. I was crying in the kitchen. And she was like, well, you're not going to stop rapping. You're not going to stop rapping because you already went on these TV shows and did all this. By that time, I was on the Rap Game and America's Got Talent. She was like, just do both, right? So when she put me on a real AAU team, and like my stock went up, like in high school. But I was still like underrated because everybody knew me as a rapper. I was on a show with JD and stuff like that. So they was like, she ain't hooping for real. So then I'm hooping for real, and then COVID hit. So like now it's no more traveling, no more none of that. But then that next year we started traveling, but it was like on camera. So I was getting film. And then after that, Coach Jay called me. He was like, you could play in college for real. But by this time COVID done hit and I'm in the house. I'm like, bro, I'm rapping. I don't care. I got deals lined up. I'm finna go to LA to make this rapper money. You know what I'm saying? They ain't making no money.
The good old rapper money.
Right. So I'm like, bro, I'm not with that. I don't know nobody who went to college for real and hooping. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so then he was like, I'll get you a scholarship right now. I was like, put him on the phone. Coach Joe from Ole Miss, she called me like, Flau'jae, I got a full scholarship for you right now. And I was like, dang. You feel me? So I was like, Ole Miss want me to come play. Like, I'm like, this the blind side Ole Miss. Like, I'm thinking like, so So I'm like, yeah. So then every college like in the country started calling me. But then I remember when we was watching the game, like the Final Four, and they was in the bubble, like the women's. I seen Coach Moki on TV. She had on this orange jacket, and I mean, she was popping it.
Swag.
I mean, she was popping it. I ain't never seen a coach act like that. Like most coaches, they conservative like this. No, she, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, I want to go play for her. So I told my coach, line me up. We met, and the rest was history. Like, she really bought into what I was doing. So I never really had to choose unless I wanted to. And my mama made me choose both. So then at that point, my mom was like...
But the reason for that, I told her, when she said she wanted to play basketball, I say, go look up what a woman basketball player made. The type of lifestyle that you want, you're not going to be to do that with just playing women's basketball. I say, you're going to need to do both. You've already gained fans in the music world. These kids are going to be following you up this way. So you might as well do both and be multi-talented. That way they got to pay you. Mm-hmm. So I was setting her up all along, but I made her go do her research. Even though she skipped all that, she got it now.
Well, so what was women in the WNBA, how much do they make? A couple $100,000?
200,000. I see I'm at 250 right now. Some of the top players at 250 a year.
The highest salary.
She was thinking she was about to go make LeBron money. She's a 9, she's 10, 11 years. She don't know, she's just thinking, I'm about to be, but I had to kind of get her to understand, like, it don't go like that for women. So we gonna make you a unicorn to where they got to pay you.
Multiple streams of income.
Exactly. Like, we gonna figure this out. So I told her, go do what she do in the court, go do what she do in that booth, and we gonna pop it, and we gonna market it and put it out there. And then this is the brand, the Flau'jae.
Yeah, she had the plan for sure.
You don't go wrong listening to Mom.
Never.
I appreciate both of you for being here. You said it was on your vision board to be here, and I appreciate that. Can you guys walk me through your process of how you come up with a vision and then actually manifest it? Because you guys have manifested everything you wanted to do, and I can only imagine what the plan is for the next 4 or 5 years of the team. Can you walk us through, for people that are aspiring to be in your seat, how you take it from vision to realization?
She got her method, and I like it because I can build off that as a manager, because that's, even though that's my daughter, that's my client. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So if she do what I ask her to do and go out there and produce and separate herself from any other child on that court, we got big money here. I'm just keeping it real. Like, we got to keep it a bug. Like, people be playing, like, what separates everybody? Why is Draymond Green known for who he is? It's the way he act. That's just how he is. He's different on the court. He has a position to play. Flau'jae got a position to play. She play her position. She do what she supposed to do. We out here. Flau'jae, nobody know Flau'jae took the first step to go to LSU. Nobody was over there. Everybody came to LSU after Flau'jae went. Really? Nobody told that story.
So you was a high school All-American?
Yeah, I was a McDonald All-American, Slam MVP, Jordan Classic MVP. First girl to play in the Iverson Classic.
Wow.
Yeah, I was lit.
So you was killing in high school?
Most definitely.
What high school did you go to?
I went to Sprayberry High School in Marietta. It was like not known. I was supposed to go to another high school, like where it was more popular. I was like, nah, I'm gonna hold it down here. And I got my jersey retired and everything. So it was like that. But like when I went, like my mom was saying, like nobody was jacking LSU because Kim Mulkey had just went into the SEC, right? Mm-hmm. And so like everybody was like,
they didn't have anybody. They were still building. Yeah. So, Flau'jae, that's what I love about her too. Like, she don't care. Like, she don't want to go stack up where somebody else at. She want to build her own.
Yeah, I was like, let's go build. You know what I'm saying? And then like, I came and then coach just started grabbing all the pieces. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because my thing was, I just want to go play under a Hall of Fame coach. Like, I want to see how much she could change me as a player and grow me. You know what I'm saying? So that's what happened. But like, as far as bringing the visions to life, I think that like, me, I write everything down and I tell my mama and she like, okay, how we make this realistic? You know what I'm saying? Like, what's the steps to take it to? And I'm like, I want to do it right now. Like, let's do it right now. And she like, it don't work like that. But I'm like, I got these big dreams. Like, we got to do this now. You know what I'm saying? So she know how to connect the dots. And now that we're going like up level, she has these relationships now to where she could just like press a button and we can make it happen. Yeah. But before, like, it just took a lot of us grinding it out because a lot of people didn't believe or see the vision.
What? I remember hitting all of them in the inbox. Now they hitting me.
That was more.
How about that? How about this is interesting because when she starts playing as a young athlete, NIL doesn't exist.
Right.
Right. So when you're looking at the salaries, the salaries, and she kind of doesn't because it's just looking like, hey, it's basketball. They must be getting paid the same. Yeah. You realize that they're not. And so you start building the brand early. I wonder what it felt like as a momager when NIL actually happens and you already have like this vision for Brandon. What's your thoughts?
So when she told me she wanted to rap, I'm a supporter mom. Yeah. But at first I'm like, nobody want to hear this little girl rapping. Like, just thinking about her puberty, voice, all that. Yeah. I was like, let me put her on TV so people can remember her face. That helped. Because not everybody, they still connected. But it's just the girl from the show. So all of it is just like coming how I wanted it. But anyway, when NIL hit, I was like, Flau'jae's story was already written by God. He just put me in the steps to help. He know I'm a go-getter. He know I'm that Capricorn. I'm going to make it happen. So he made me Flau'jae's mom to go and push all the buttons and do what I need to do to get her to the next step. Just so happened, NIL fell 1 year before Flau'jae was to go to college. Wow. That was the first year that brands was just saying, let me see if we want to tap into this. So they had a trial run the first year. Flau'jae wasn't there. The next year, Flau'jae came in and it been popping. Like brands was like, oh, this is working. So you know me, you don't really know me, but those who do know me, I'm just like, I'm going to sit back and I'm going to figure it out. Like I'm going to see how I could tap in. So I dealt with a few brands first, see what they was talking about. I went and locked in a Puma deal. I wanted a shoe deal first. I don't want a bunch of deals. People want 20, 30 deals. Who want all them deals? That means you ain't getting no real money.
Yeah.
Who want to deal with all them deals and she go to college and try to play a sport and got all these deliverables you got to do, posting and all this? Nah, I want the big deals. So I knew I wanted her to be the first with a shoe deal.
Hold up, though. I got that shoe deal in high school, though.
Yeah.
Before I stepped foot on the court.
Wow.
You was the first female athlete with a shoe deal?
Yes.
For NIL?
In high school. And
in high school.
And what she got on her shoe deal, like she made history with it.
Can we talk about?
We can't go into it, but we killed that deal.
I can see.
And the thing about that deal, we had every shoe deal on the table.
Did you?
We had every brand hit us,
we did.
every deal.
What made you go with Puma instead of some of the other brands?
Man, Puma for me was a harder decision because it was like, man, we knew I couldn't wear it on the court. You know what I'm saying? And I was just like,
yeah.
If I could wear it on the court, man, I could milk them real bad. I couldn't. So it was more like, just do something different. You know what I'm saying? Do something different and try to change the game. Because what if like, now that I got a Puma deal, but people know I play at a Nike school, can one day I change the game to where now kids can wear Pumas on the court? Like, you know what I'm saying? So, or after I graduate, can I change something, you know what I'm saying, to make it like, you know what I'm saying? Like we doing NIL, we reaping the benefits, you know what I'm saying? So
how you gonna put a cap on the most lucrative deal? The most lucrative deal a kid can get is a shoe deal.
For sure.
So how you gonna put a cap on that by not letting them play in?
Well, I'm sorry. So let's get into this then, because I watched the Michael Jordan documentary, and they talked about when the Dream Team was in Barcelona, and they won obviously, and Reebok sponsored the whole Olympics for the United States. Of course, Michael Jordan with Nike, so it was a big deal that he didn't want to wear the Reebok. I think he ended up covering it up.
He put the flag over it.
Put the flag over it intentionally to cover it up. We also, when we were in Kentucky, and we met with
Darryl Griffin?
Darryl Griffin.
Dr. Dunk.
So he was telling us that in the 80s, he didn't want to wear Nike?
No. He wanted to wear Nike.
And they had Converse?
Everybody was wearing Converse at the time.
Danny Crump.
Yeah.
And then he told the coach, like, look, I'm going to wear Nike. I'm the best player on the team. You can't stop me. And he wore Nike. Wow. So it's like...
It's 1983.
It's interesting because, you guys
40 years.
Have a Nike deal with the school.
Yeah.
You don't get paid for that.
Right.
But the company that you're getting paid for, you can't wear it. So what's your thoughts on that?
Well, like, all love to Nike or whatever. But like, I mean, like, you know what I'm saying? I'm Puma fam, and like, I feel like it should be changed in that aspect. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like if I'm wearing Puma shoes on the court, but I just put it in the LSU colors, I feel like that should be fine. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because like, it's changing now. Like, I ain't signed to Nike. The school signed to Nike, but I'm not. I'm a Puma athlete. You know what I'm saying? But me personally, I respect LSU so much, and I respect Coach Moki so much that I wasn't even like, I'm gonna fight this and I'm going, you know what I'm saying? Because I did a video in the locker room, in my locker room, like, and it went viral. I had 1 million views. Like, I was tying up my Pumas in the locker room and I just started rapping through it. And they were like, I said a line in it. I was like, I got a Puma deal. I don't get into J's. And they called, and Nike was like, you gotta take that down because, We're
Nike didn't call us because they couldn't call us.
They didn't call us.
So let's say it right. They called the school.
They called the school. And it's like, you got to take this down. And I'm mad. And I'm like, bro, I'm just rapping. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm not on the court. You know what I'm saying? But it was like, you in the locker room. So I understood that. But I was still like, man, like.
Yeah.
It was her artistry.
Yeah, it was my music.
There's two different people. That's the thing that bothered us.
Yeah.
She's a rapper and she's a basketball player. Contract says anytime she's dealing anything with the team, she has to wear Nike, of course. Anytime she's playing, she has to wear Nike. But that was her downtime, and that's her school. So those are things she want to do to make her brand grow, which is NIL.
Did you take it down?
So
they told me to take it down.
With the school, we took it down because the LSU said take it down.
Okay.
And it was just because $10 million go to LSU a year or something like that for sports. So we get that. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But this is Flau'jae's body.
Yeah.
Flau'jae just had to find other ways to be creative. The locker room is sponsored by Nike. So they felt some type of way, which wasn't really a big deal. But they didn't know how big of a deal Flau'jae is when her videos are having millions and millions of views.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So the real thing was the line. It wasn't that.
Yeah, it was.
She did the video. It was the line.
The J's?
Yeah.
Yes.
That's a tough line.
Yeah, I thought it was a double. I thought it was a double entendre because you said J's, right? But on a athletic standpoint, you got the Puma deal. But there was a guy by the name of Jay-Z who was the head of sports and basketball over at Puma. And so, how does that work with you now with Roc Nation, right? Because there's some synergy there, no?
No, not really. When Puma actually came to me about the deal, how they do like these presentations, they were just showing me how like Jay-Z was, the director over there. And I was like, this is dope. Like, full circle right here. You know what I'm saying? Roc Nation, Jay-Z, Puma, I'm set. You know what I mean? So, it was cool. It's really cool because I'm not like with Roc Nation on the sports side. I'm not signed to Roc Nation Sports or nothing like that. My mom do everything. Like I'm signed to TFNA, so it wasn't nothing like that because I'm not signed to them, and I have a distribution deal with them. Like I'm not signed to Roc Nation. I'm signed to EQ under Roc Nation.
Okay, you know okay, gotcha. So Mal, just a follow. So a lot of brands are coming to you. You already Puma was about. You said you want to look at the big deals. How do you decide which brands will match Flau'jae's unique talents?
Well, we all about the culture. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you supporting the culture, Flau'jae's lyrics, things that she speak on, things that she live on a daily, that's what, draws us to brands. We want a family. We don't want to feel like it's just a transaction.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I can call you, we having a community event, like Flau'jae's having a homecoming the end of the July for back to school for Savannah. All the brands that we deal with are coming in and helping us give shoes, book bags, backpacks, cookout. She's actually has her own intersection in Savannah being put up.
Hey.
The youngest
That's
in
fire.
Georgia. So we're gonna do all that weekend. Just getting with the mayor and getting with Carl Gilliard, which is the state representative, and how they just gonna lay it out for us. Police escorts the whole weekend, just making sure we protect it and put up, things like that, and me letting them know like these are big brands coming here to support us, to bring things in our community. Flau'jae Roots is what we want. So that's how I do my research on these brands. I look at what they're doing with other, the other ambassadors, how much they are, putting them on different platforms and levels. Like we want to be national with Flau'jae. We want to be worldwide. So if they're not doing it for anybody else, what make me think I'm going to go in there and change their system?
Great point.
And sometimes it's a whole system. But when you got brands that are just, dang, we want to try this, and you can be creative and give them ideas, I pitch them stuff. My mind work like that, and I don't even sleep there. Like literally, I'm putting stuff together like boom, 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 and I deliver it and be like, oh my God, that's a great idea.
Yeah.
And get it done. So, of course, we wanted the shoe deal. We wanted the headphones, which is JBL. We had Beats. We had, what was the other one? Bose. We had everybody, but JBL was just the most captivating to me. Like just the things that they say they want to do with her and listening to me and how they want to come in and what do y'all want to do? You know what I'm saying? That made me able to, use my creative juices and build my daughter and put her in all the JBL stores. And you know what I'm saying? They not giving these kids what they're supposed to have. And a lot of kids don't know and a lot of parents don't know. But it's a number game now. And building your social media and following is a must to get what you want.
Yeah.
Like
leverage.
Leverage. You got to have leverage. And Flau'jae has leverage because I ask them all the time, like, if you got an ambassador on your team or in your lineup that you can compare them to Flau'jae, I'll do the deal for free. You don't have any.
Mm-hmm. What did you have to get our numbers to so you can have that kind of leverage?
I mean, 100,000, 200,000, that's a decent number for a nice bag. But given Flau'jae's, her journey, her story, all the TV platforms, you know, all the different musical things, her numbers and how everything just go viral. We just did something with Red Bull the other day. I'm talking with them about a deal. That was leverage for me.
Yeah.
You know, I'm looking at everybody on your page. She popped off at 1 million one day. Who else doing that?
Wow.
So when you come, you got to come. You know what I'm saying? And no disrespect, it's just business. You know what I'm saying? And building generational wealth for my family and what we need for us to grow as a culture too.
Yeah. Quick follow-up for you. How do you manage being superstar rapper, superstar athlete, superstar student, dope energy? You have an amazing team. When you guys walked in, the energy was like, I'm inspired now. I'm like, man, let's go figure out what deals we can get together. Like, how do you're not even 20.
Yeah.
How do you manage all of this and keep your energy and your spirit high?
Man.
The real answer to
The real answer is like, I'm blessed, like for real. Cause like, I feel like everything is like a mindset. And like, so you could be like, some people just see the world differently, but I always see it in like a positive light. I try to.
Yeah.
And I think that's just what's different. Like, I don't really let nothing get to me.
That's a good piece.
I never let anything get to me. And I'm always trying to just learn and grow. And so like, just like I like to have good energy. Like, who want to be a Debbie Downer? Like, you don't make no money like that. No good money.
Say it
So,
again.
like, I feel like that's just like, you know what I'm saying? Like, give good vibes. I feel like you get what you give. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I just try to keep the good vibes. And that's just how I am. And that's how I want everybody around me to be. So if you're not like that, you got to go.
Yeah.
Like, that's what
And I think it's her being in it so early too.
Yeah.
Cause she saw everything. She saw the ups, she saw the downs. When we was on when we was on the rap game first,
Yeah.
she left the studio first. She was 12. But she knew she was getting really lessons. Like everything JD taught her in the house. And everybody knew her daddy, so they didn't want to make her feel like, oh, we giving her favoritism because we know your pops.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So even Jada Kids, Rick Ross was like, you gonna be a beast. You know what I'm saying? Like, you just gotta stay consistent. And everything they told her, walk in the room and like you own it without being cocky, still be humble. All of that. Like, this girl light up a room. You know what I'm saying? Like, without being all sedity and, please get security. We not doing all that. You know what I'm saying? We gonna stay.
But hold on, even saying that, like, I think what you said, like, going up and down, like, after the rap game, I see my numbers go up, and I seen them drop right back down. You know what I'm saying? Going on America's Got Talent, I seen it go up, and I seen it come right back down. So, like, I learned how to stay, like, even keel. You know what I'm saying? And, like, balancing it, it's just, like, a strict schedule that I gotta stay on. If I don't stay on it, I'm lacking. You know what I'm saying? Like, making sure, like, I do my work, making sure, like, I just gotta stay on the schedule. If I don't stay on the schedule, I'm over with. But I think staying even keel is good too. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Not too low, regardless.
Yeah.
So we've never seen an athlete be a star in music and sports. It's never happened.
Mm-mm.
People have tried music. Like
Right.
Allen Iverson's put out music.
Don't laugh,
Don't
my
laugh.
God.
I'm just
He had a good song. Shout out to Bubba Chuck.
I thought you were gonna start with Shaq.
Shaq is the most successful.
Most successful, yeah.
He's the most successful.
Yes.
one.
Dame is nice.
Dame is the most talented.
Yeah, Dame is
as
nice.
far as
That's a good, okay.
but still, it's just extremely difficult to, because you put hours and hours and hours to be a great musician, or you put hours and hours and hours to be a great athlete.
Yeah.
I don't think anybody has been able to do that. So do you think that at some point you have to choose one?
No, Flau'jae is the first hooper rapper national champion. She's the first.
I love that confidence.
Hold on. Why people, man, not clapping? Not clapping.
So, but all right. So, but you've done a great job. But when you elevate, right? You're going to be a professional basketball player at some point, and you're going to be a superstar musician at some point. So it's like,
Speak it.
do you what's your plan? What's your game plan to make sure that you don't compromise either one of them?
Okay, that's perfect. But like, okay, so I look at it like, boom, I'm a college student with 2 jobs, right? Boom. And I feel like as long as I'm writing this college NIL thing out, you know what I'm saying? I have time for that plan, but like, I feel like the next steps in my life is already mapped out. Like, I want to go, like, I want to play in the season. When I'm playing basketball, that's when I do my season. That's when I do my NIL deals. That's when I'm a basketball player. That off season, I'm outside. Like, I'm trying to tour, you know what I'm saying? And like, I feel like that creates that balance. You know what I'm saying? And I think that it's going to be hard, but it's not going to be impossible because it's never been done. Nothing can be impossible if it hasn't been tested. You know what I'm saying? So I think that it's just how we going to orchestrate it. It's how we set it up because we creating a blueprint because it's never been done before. You know what I'm saying? And I think that with the structure that I have with college, it's gonna help me. Like, I have a schedule and it's crazy. Like college, y'all know how college is crazy. But being a student athlete is even crazy. So adding a rapper into that mix is insane. So just finding those holes and spots is the way that I get my creativity off. You know what I mean? But let's see, we won the championship April. From April to August, I'm good. To be in off season, to do whatever I got to do musically. So in these months, I'm getting all the content I can, recording all the songs that I can.
But you're still training though.
And I'm still training, recording everything that I can, and making sure. But I gotta stay up the part, like you said. But it's like, professionals, they do like one workout a day, one strength a day, and then they go about the rest of the day.
And most rappers aren't writing a song a day.
You know what I'm saying?
Honest.
Exactly.
Most rappers writing 20 songs.
So you can work out for 2 hours a day.
Yeah.
And then you can go to the studio. It's just about multitasking and being disciplined with your time.
It's about being disciplined and consistent. And I think that that's something that I try to work on all the time. Just discipline and consistency. Discipline and consistency.
And the 5 a.m.s, Flau'jae wake up before anybody else. So people got more time, they just don't utilize it.
Maximize them hours. Flau'jae, you said something very important, and it made me think back. You said that you were a college student with 2 jobs. I was once a college student with 2 jobs. Those 2 jobs accumulated to $31,000. I know. Let that sit with you. How are we managing dealing with having money and being in college? Because majority of the people that are there don't have the capital.
Yeah.
You have deals, so you do. Being a student athlete, the NIL deals. How is that? I guess that's for both of you.
Man.
Because momager and mom and daughter and athlete.
I just had to get a financial advisor.
Yeah.
I've been spending a little bit.
She ain't been spending that much though, because I can honestly say she have not really bought nothing for herself. She's more of a giver.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I've been giving a lot. And I've been giving a lot.
And it ain't.
And I just got my first little gift to myself.
The bust down.
No, it's the bust down.
Nothing little about that.
No, it's the 41 for sure.
Yep.
It's the 41 millimeter. Yeah.
She's a star, yo.
You know what I mean? But but honestly, like I had to learn, I'm learning, like when I get back to school, I'm on a strict schedule.
Yep.
I'm gonna eat at the nutrition center. That's free food. You feel me? And I'm gonna just try to like cut down on the Chipotle and all the spinning and all of that. But
the guac?
Extra guac, extra steak.
Was that say it again?
I go rice, beans, extra guac.
Chipotle?
Chipotle.
Got you.
Chipotle, first of all, I need that deal. I need that.
Yeah,
I need that deal.
Please.
Immediate.
Got a meal made specifically for her.
Yeah, but like that's a fact.
Yeah, we thinking.
But no, I just got to be more careful now. You know what I'm saying? Even with like the popularity and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Just being more careful, being more aware, and just being smarter. Like I told Mama now I'm ready to invest. I'm ready to like put my money into stuff and really watch it grow and have passive income and stuff like that. So I think just like being smart with it, but also having fun with it. Cause like if I die tomorrow and I ain't spending, I'm gonna be mad. You know what I mean?
You having a financial advisor, you said?
Yeah.
What was the process in hiring him, and what is he? Or is it a him?
Yeah, it's a team, but it just was like, you know, I'm her mom, and at the end of the day, like I'm her manager too. I don't want to be too like overbearing.
Yeah.
So I just gotta figure out a way that makes us still great where we need to be in a great space. So giving somebody else that responsibility takes it off me as a mom. Just she's trying to take it. You know what I'm saying? So I just think that, you know, she's very strong-minded. Me as a mom, just letting everybody know, Flau'jae is a college student. Don't call her during the season. That's family, friends. Don't give her y'all problems. That's not her problem.
Yeah.
It's straight up. I don't even go to my child with her problems, and I work with her every day. Like, literally, don't do it. I don't do it to nobody, so don't do it to mine. So just pretty much letting them know, like, because people just, they sending Cash App requests.
Like crazy, right?
We was like, well, what? I mean,
well, you got it, so.
What's wrong with us?
Don't even got Cubans.
I don't know.
I mean, and they think like, I mean, $1 million, $2 million, $3 million is a lot of money. It's not.
It's not a lot of money.
Say it again.
It's not
That's
a
not
lot of money.
Boy, tax.
By the time taxes hit,
Mhm.
by the time you pay lawyers, publicists, your team, I mean, it's not management.
Help out
It's
some
just
cousins.
not a lot of money.
Yeah.
And people think that, and no disrespect, but buy you a house, a nice car. I mean, it's gone. So people just gotta stop being small-minded. You know what I'm saying? And thinking that, oh, you hear $1 million, you just rich, you
Yeah.
stupid rich. Yes, she's blessed, she's wealthy. But at the same time, how do we maximize this? How we continue to flip this to keep it to keep going? Not by giving everybody cash apps every week
Yeah.
or paying everybody rent.
And my mama, though, she's really good with money. Like, she's like one person. Like, and I just seen a story with Jason Tatum, how his mom, like, she don't let him,
He hasn't
none of his
he hasn't
salary.
spent $1 from his NBA. salary.
Yeah, which is crazy. And I feel like my mom is on that type of wave. Like, you know what I'm saying? She real good with money and she don't really give me what I need. And so we have a good balance. But like getting that advisor, I just want to know how I can expand my money, like insurance and stuff like that and different things.
Yeah.
How I can make sure that I'm good and I'm protected. And like my little brother's protected for when they want to go to college and stuff like that. So I think that just being smart with it, I want to go into the lane of me being a businesswoman. So just understanding everything is like really important to me.
Are you investing in the stock market yet?
Not yet. I had just turned, I was looking at it. I was all in crypto. Me and my brother London, we was all in crypto. And then crypto went down. I was like, oh my God, I'm glad I didn't put no money in it for real. But I started looking in stocks because I seen your video come up and you was like, you just bought the Apple phone, right? You could have bought X amount of shares. And I was like, yeah. But I was like, I'm thinking about it, but I just want to be in the right, position, just know what I'm going on. Like I bought books so I can read.
Yeah.
But when I like to learn and know before I just
Yeah.
Or you just jump out the window.
yeah, fact.
So let me ask you about social media. You have that's a good point.
That's true.
You have a tremendous following on social media.
Mhm.
What's your strategy with social media? Like, how do you go about posting? Do you have a set schedule? Do you curate your own post? Do you get help? Like, what's your social media strategy?
That's good. My social media strategy is to mix and merge the basketball. I was watching something, I think Pinky Cole did with y'all, Access or Reliability.
Pinky.
Mhm.
Yeah, shout out Pinky. Love you, girl. How she was saying how she posts something informational,
Yep. And then like her personal life.
personal, and then something people be proud of.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Tapped in.
yeah, come on, man. I told you. I ain't lying. Yeah, but just using that. I use that formula for real. I bust them down with a rap lyric. I motivate them with my basketball, and then I send them to my EP link. You know what I'm saying? And trying to be as consistent as I can, because I don't really do social media for real. But I know that I got to do it for my business.
Yeah.
So it's more of that. But I think I'm gonna get like a team to help.
And that's somebody else we got to hire now. Because
Yeah.
we can maximize the social media thing if we had somebody just on that job. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm not really into the social. So I think I'm gonna get somebody when I'm in season to help do that. But I really think like it's just interacting with the people. Like I've learned that interacting can take you a long way. But right now, I don't know why, but the algorithm on TikTok, they love me. Like,
crazy.
oh my gosh. Like, so like just understanding that and studying that and just getting into that. But consistency is the best thing. But sometimes it's like feed them a little bit and want some more for the music aspect until you start dropping for real.
Yeah, I'm thinking about the multiple streams of income, because I think it's a brilliant idea to get them thinking about that early. When we talk about WNBA salaries, the highest paid player, Jackie Young, $252,000, which is, that's like a day check for some NBA players.
Right.
So what happens is in the off season, we see a lot of WNBA athletes go overseas to play because the money is more. Is that something that you guys are looking towards the future, saying, you know what, if we do the entertainment career correctly, our off season will be this. We don't have to look to go overseas to make additional income.
Yeah,
I'm not going.
We not going. Even with the Brittany Griner thing, somebody hit me up and was like, how do you feel about that? I was like, listen, don't hit me up. A jury wouldn't even pick me because I have a daughter in basketball. If we got to leave the country to make more money, how do you think I feel about that? You know what I'm saying? Like, you think I want this girl over there when she was just trying to go feed her family? No. Like, don't come to me with that. But you know how social media get, like, they want to tell you everything you did wrong versus why is she over there anyway?
Right.
Yeah.
What was the reason she had to go over there?
That's a fact. That's a fact.
Let's get to that.
Right.
So, shout out to Brittany Griner. I hope everything that's, mental and you know, kind of like took her through it. I hope God just, you know, take that away.
Killing it right
and,
now.
you know, just
killing.
put her back in her mindset of where she was before she left.
Me personally, though, I'm not trying to go overseas. I love I like being home, being with my family, being in a place that I know. I like to travel there, but like to play there and live there, nah. I think that I've done built my brand up now, that by the time I get from college, it's going to be a choice of whether I want to go to the WNBA or not.
Oh, so you're not even. Do you want to go to the WNBA?
I want to go, of course. Like, the goal of every player is to like play at the highest level.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And in the WNBA, like, that's the highest level. Because like you see all these rookies, they getting cut. They're not even making a team. Like, you know what I'm saying? So that's the highest level. But like, if it makes sense, you know what I mean? Like, if it don't make money, it don't make sense. So I think that it's gonna be like a thing where it's like straddling the fence.
Which one are you more passionate about, music or sports?
I think sports, because it's like a timeline on it for me. Like, the ball gonna stop bouncing. Like, you got to stop playing. Like, your body gonna break down at some point. You know, like one day I'm gonna start a family and stuff like that. So it's not gonna last forever. So, but music is just something that I got forever. As far if I want to go. If I want to hang it up and then just be an A&R or just be a president of a label, like I can still always be attached to music. Although I could do coaching, but like I don't need a limited time to play. Like, you know what I'm saying? So like milking everything I can out of that, I think that's just what makes me a lot passionate. Like I get up at 5 a.m. to go work out.
What time you go to sleep?
Early, like 8, 9.
Okay.
I got to get my hours. Like, yeah. But it's somewhere I've been off it though, because I go to the studio like 8, don't leave to 2, 3, get back up. But
doing some real rap hours.
Yeah, no, real rapper business. But nah, I think, that schedule, I gotta tell y'all my schedule. Let me tell you. So boom, when I'm in school, this is in-season schedule.
Mm-hmm.
I wake up 5, you know what I'm saying, do my little meditation stretch.
Yes.
Get to the gym by 6, you know what I'm saying? And I'm watching like, when I'm meditating and stretching, I'm watching like podcasts and the motivational speeches by Steve. And after that, I get to the gym, I'm on the shooting machine. So that's my shooting workout from like 6 to 8. 8:30, I got class. 9:30, I got class. And then 10:45, I'm back in the gym. Either I'm doing like a skills with my coach G, or I'm just going in there doing something, dribbling, ball handling, anything. Leave there, I got another class. After that class, we got practice at 1:30. 1:30 to like 4:30, 5:30 on a bad day. After practice, we got weights. After weights, we got study hall. After study hall, I might go to the gym, or I might just go recover and call it a day. But like, that's my day. Like, you feel me? So it's like back to back to back to back to back to back every day.
Mm-hmm.
So like, imagine you doing that every day. I'm getting 3 workouts in every day.
Mm-hmm.
Every day,
How many shots a day?
Huh?
How many shots you get?
1,000. 1,000.
So let's talk about music if we can.
Yeah.
There's a lot of women out there that's killing it right now. The game has changed. Like for a long time, it was just like one at a time.
Yeah.
It was like just Nicki Minaj for 10 years.
Yeah.
Cardi for 4.
Cardi. But now it's like every week there's a
women
different.
Killing.
Yeah, they
It's amazing.
they doing their thing. So, how do you feel about rap game right now as far as the women MCs? That's my first question. And the follow up to that is, what's your style? Like, who would you compare yourself to? And like, what's your style of music that you make for anybody that might not have heard your music?
Right. How do I feel about it? I love the lane that it is right now, because I remember when I was first coming into it, it was like, oh, it's opening up for the women. Like, we getting our shine, we getting our recognition. You got your Megans coming out, doing it big, Cardi, all of them. And so I was like, that's just so cool seeing women being at the forefront of it. You know what I'm saying? But like my style, it's not like any of them. Like, I'm not the type of rapper that they are. Like, I'm a spitter. Like, I got bars.
So like, all right, so if it's a man, who would you compare yourself to?
She said, y'all can't rap.
Nobody raps like me. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all can rap, but y'all just don't rap like me. You know what I'm saying?
They
And
spitting, but they ain't spitting.
like me.
Like you.
You know what I'm saying? Like, but it's some spitters. Like my favorite rapper, J. Cole. You know what I'm saying? I like Rakim. I love his flow. Like, so I like spitters.
You from that era? So you
Bar heavy.
So
you heard that?
You're a lyricist.
I'm a lyricist.
You're a lyricist. Right. Kendrick Lamar, J. Cole.
Yeah, but a melodic lyricist, because I'll tap into like a raw wave type of style. You know what I'm saying?
She a lyricist that can make hits.
Millie.
A
lyricist that can make hits.
Exactly. And sometimes it'd be like somebody could rap, but they can't make songs.
Yeah,
somebody can make songs, but they can't spit. You know what I'm saying? So I would say like I'm in the middle of that. And I stand on that. And I can't wait till my project drop so I can stand on that.
Project coming this summer.
Project coming this summer. Best of both worlds.
Yeah.
And I'm Cookie.
And she Cookie Lion.
Hey.
Is it an album?
Nah, it's a 8-song EP. So 4.
Yeah.
And you got Lil Wayne on there.
He might make the EP.
He might make it.
I don't know if I want to put his out as a single or as he get on EP, because I want to really, like, on his EP, I want to show people, like, I'm really heard by myself.
Oh, no features.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm you know what I'm saying? I'm kind of debating.
We don't really know.
We don't know
We
yet.
want to make it make sense, because by the time she go back into the season, we want it to be pop out.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So we still in the creative process with the team.
Right.
We trying to figure out what's going to be best.
Yeah, but I want to go to a point where I show, like, I could really do this on my own. Like, you know what I'm saying? I was watching a little baby documentary, and P was like, I could put Quavo and all of them on your record and give you hit records, but I want to show them you can stand on too. And that's what I want to do, like, as an introduction. But Dwayne feature, like, that's,
Wayne,
you know what I'm saying? Like, that's a big one. You know,
one of my favorites.
Can I squeeze one in?
You spoke on the women. I'm sorry, Ian, but I wonder how receptive have females in the game been to you? Not saying that they're, hey, can I give you a feature, but been supportive and saying, I see what you're doing, you're killing it. How's that been?
They've been supportive, but I feel like, I mean, nobody really took me under their wing like Lil Sis yet, except for like Lil Mama. She been showing a lot of love.
Okay.
But like nobody really like just took me under their wing. Like she hurt, you feel me?
Yeah.
And I don't know why. Like, you know what I'm saying? But I got my own style. I'm just doing my own.
You're making more money than most rappers.
Nah, that's the problem. And you getting booked.
You're a star.
Just
Like,
different. And like, they don't even know what to say to you.
Yeah, and like, so yeah, I ain't really been, you know what I'm saying? It's gonna come like when all of that come, but like nobody, like, I be waiting for people to show me love when nobody's showing me love. Like, show me love when nobody don't show me love. So when I get there, I know you ain't just, you know what I'm saying? Like, but me,
like Lotto be hitting you up.
Yeah, she be showing love. I just did her remix to Rip Me Like Plastic, killed that too.
That's
viral. But for sure. Viral.
That's viral.
Super viral. But like Meek Mill, he told me, he was like, you the one. I was like,
that's dope.
you know what I'm saying? Like Meek Mill. Like, wait a minute now.
Yeah.
For real.
Wait a minute.
We was courtside at the Boston game. And he was like, yeah, you the one, shorty. And I was like, oh yeah, I'm the one for real. Like, you know what I'm saying? He was like, yeah, I reposted your stuff and all that.
I'm her.
So like, they be showing love when they see me. You know what I'm saying? But I think they really waiting for me to really like put it in there.
Yeah. For all the moms that are inspired watching this, what advice would you give to moms and dads who want to do what you're doing? If they have belief that their child can be as amazing as yours?
Support your children. Support your children's dreams. Don't make them do what you want them to do. I mean, I feel like that's key. Problem is, a lot of parents have dreams for their kids that their kids don't have for themselves. And when we try to make them do what we want them to do versus what they want to do, they don't succeed. But if you let them do what they want to do and you help them build on that, they are successful because they love it. And I had to learn that with my first boy because I had a son early and I just didn't want nobody to make me feel like I wasn't that mom because I was young. And so all I was like, I got to get him through college. I got him, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So he graduated magna cum laude. I had him at 17 years old. He still was successful, but it was things he really wanted to do that I really didn't allow him to do because I just wanted to make sure he was a successful Black man. So when I had Fla, it was like, Fla telling me what she want to do. And then he was like, I really wanted to sing. I really wanted to do this. You know what I'm saying? So it kind of had me like, dang, I got to help my boy.
Yeah.
So when Flau'jae first said she wanted to be a rapper, of course I didn't want her to be a rapper. Her daddy was murdered. I felt like because he was a rapper. Yeah. Even though that wasn't it, it made me feel like, dang, that spotlight gave him, you know what I'm saying? A part of the reason he was, you know, left or whatever. But I pray. I pray a lot and I try to follow just what God it probably has for the story versus what I have for the story.
Yeah.
So Flau'jae, she always was the type of person that just outgoing. She'll be rapping in the car for 6 minutes. Like, she was about 7 or 8. And even though some of the stuff ain't made sense, it was rhyming. So I was saying to myself, well, maybe when she go through some stuff or is able to know more words, it's going to flow.
Like, yeah.
Yeah, so then that just made me feel like, okay, this girl can really be a rapper. I need to support her in that and help her build a brand around it. Yeah. And that's what I did.
Well, hold on, she's modest. Like, let me put that there, because she really, like, her, like, in this, like, from a manager aspect, from an agent aspect, just, you know what I'm saying? Like, she's in there negotiating these deals, and, like, I done seen it since I was little, her talking us into places we had no point of being in. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, just, just having that hunger behind it. And I feel like a lot of parents, they won't put 110% into it, but, like, that's what you gotta do. And I see her do it. Like, my mama worked. It was just me and my brother, single mom, and she out there working and doing all type of stuff. Like, before it was Uber, that's why I always feel like she created Uber, because, like, in Savannah, if you know, it's St. Patrick's Day, right? Yeah. She would go rent a van. She would go put out flyers everywhere. And, like, she would do, like, this service where she take you where you need to go. You know what I'm saying? And, like, she would bring home stacks of money. I'm like, oh, we rich. You know what I'm saying? But she was just hustling. So I think, like, you just really got to be a hustler, and you got to be delusional. You know what I'm saying? Like, those are the two biggest things, and that's what she is. And that's what you need to be.
In a great way, though.
A hustler is important. Yeah. Is Jada from Savannah?
Yeah, Jada's from Savannah.
Shout out Jada. Shout out
Jada, Trish, my girl Trish. That's her mom.
Yep.
Okay.
Let me ask you a question. Ja Morant. What are your thoughts on this situation that he's currently in?
Yeah. Oh, man. Whew. Crazy. I get a lot of comments. People like trying to be funny. She trying to be like Ja Morant. She the new Ja Morant.
I feel like he's just going through a phase.
They be saying that because I'm a rapper.
Dangerous place.
So they put a bad connotation on it. But I think that he 23 years old to $200 million. Like, you know what I mean? Like, and so I feel like he gonna bounce back. I honestly do. And I think that it's a learning situation from him. Sometimes you got to learn multiple times. Like, have
you learned from the situation?
Oh yeah, oh yes. Because it's different for me, because he eats them $100 million off playing in the NBA. I eat my money from endorsements, and if I do something like he doing, I'm losing my endorsements, and so I'm losing my money. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't got time to play like that. You know what I mean? So I'm good on that. But I think a lot of people should look at this like, it's just different because he the voice of the youth right now. Like, every little kid want to be like Ja Morant. Yeah. So
because he's so cool.
So he's so cool. He's the coolest player in the NBA. So I think, like, he just got to be more mindful of that aspect.
Yeah. I wonder.
Well, can I follow up with that?
You can ask a follow up.
Is there pressure? Of course, you know, obvious stuff like you probably shouldn't have a gun in the video. But do you think, like, sometimes it's like you just doing stuff randomly?
Yeah.
Are you always thinking somebody could be watching me or record? Like, because that is something that it can kind of be overwhelming.
Yeah.
What I told you before you went to college.
Yeah, I'm paranoid for sure. Real paranoid. I just be like on the lookout everywhere. Cause I know now at this point I know everybody. Like, if I go to the store, somebody gonna know me. So I didn't act like I got some sense. Like, like, no, literally, you know what I'm saying? So if I'm with my friends and they smoking or whatever, like, I'm not finna go around y'all smell like weed. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm not even gonna put myself in that situation. We in the bar, like, I'm not finna have no cup in my hand. Like, I'm not, you know what I'm saying? So just being smart and being aware, just even if nobody looking at you, you need to act like somebody looking at you at all times. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta be smart. And my mama always told me that.
Yeah, because I just feel like, you know, everybody's not capitalizing off this NIL world. So, I mean, it's people out here are mad. You know what I'm saying? Whether they try to act like they're jealous. It's just, you know, in them to be that way because they're not they're doing the same thing she's doing. But we built something long time ago to get to this point.
Yeah.
So for people who think that this just happened for Flau'jae overnight, it didn't. We were building on this for years. And it just so happened NIL fell in the sweet spot at the time to where we capitalized off of it.
That was a blessing. Right?
So I told her, for sure, I was like, listen, you got to be careful. People will try to set you up. Them red cups y'all going in the party, put it down. Yeah, make sure you got a water bottle. I'm just being real because you just never know. Oh, they can send it to the brain, just making it seem like she's doing something that she's not.
True.
So I've been on, I'm out the hood. You know what I'm saying? My kids just not. So I know all the games that can be played. I know all the things and tricks of the trade and how people play to try to get you out your spot.
Yeah. You got to prepare to be in that moment. And obviously you were prepared. I wonder the dynamic. We got mom and daughter, and then we have momager and athlete. How does that dynamic work when it's difficult times, right? There are times where it's like, I just need you to be my mom and listen to me for what I'm saying as your daughter. I guess that stare says a lot. So I guess, I mean, Mom, maybe you could start and Flau'jae,
we were just talking about it.
Yeah, we kind of had our little, okay, so for those who don't know, we had a TV show out on ETV called Raising the Effing Star. And of course, Flau'jae's the effing star. But just pretty much showing my life and how I run behind my kids and, you know, on some Kris Jenner, like the momager stuff. And one day, I guess Flau'jae was supposed to do something, post something. And I said to her, Flau'jae, make the post now, you know, like in a manager voice. But then when she didn't make the post, I was like, all right, I'm about to take that phone. So only a mom could take your phone. Like your manager, she was like, you tripping now. I'm like, Mom, you cannot. So then I was like, dang, maybe I need how to say that, you know? So I was just trying to figure out just how to separate that without her getting, and it's like, okay, my mom ain't gonna be my manager, you know what I'm saying? And my mom, like, we gonna have to, but ain't nobody gonna do it like me. She know that. Like, your manager going to sleep. I don't even sleep till the job done because that's my daughter too. Yeah. So it's a gift and a curse, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes, but when people learn to separate the different titles and be this person at this time, I feel like it can work. And that works for us.
Well, me personally.
Anytime somebody say, well, me personally.
No, I think it took a lot of learning for us to get to this point. Cause like she been managing me since we was 8. So we've been going at it for 10 years. So I think that she finally understands now that I'm getting older. It's like, Mom, I'm not going for that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like now it's like, you know what I'm saying?
That's one approach.
You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I'm not going for that. Like, but I learned, like, you know what I'm saying?
We're not doing that.
I know she got my, like, out of anybody, she got my best interest. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? She gonna go 110% for me. But I be telling her sometimes, like, you in mama mode right now, I need you to snap into manager mode. And then she tighten up. But like, she been doing good. I ain't gonna lie. We done been figuring it out.
She was young then, but now she's old enough to handle some of her stuff on her own.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I had to handle everything. You know, even right now, credit cards and all stuff. I'm like, Flaw, come on now. You spending like, let me know what's going on. You know what I'm saying? But now I'm just going to get her own cards. You know what I'm saying? I done built her credit up. She good. She can she about to go buy her house in Baton Rouge.
Hey.
You know, just giving it a game. Like, why would you go spend $1,800 on an apartment when you can just buy your house? And when you leave there, do an Airbnb and make money.
Yeah.
And then there's always going to be new college students that
coming in. I told her, make it a family house. Because if you notice, when people have kids that play sports, they have to go back to their dorm and then they go to the hotel. Why not y'all stay in an Airbnb, cook out, you know, have fun, be like a family for that weekend. Mm-hmm. And if that grows, we can do a couple more of them, like in the same area. And of course, Flau'jae gonna probably be an alumni to where we can put it on the side for housing for families.
Yeah, and then you can write it off as a tax incentive.
Yeah.
During the football season when people come into town.
Yeah.
As our manager, to give perspective to the audience, like how many brands are you reaching out to? I know you're up all day and all night. Like in the course of a month, how many brands are you reaching out to? How many emails? I can tell your team nonstop.
I'm kind of picky too.
Yeah.
I know what I want. I just feel like Flau'jae's different and she's gonna, her deals are gonna be different from anybody else because she has 2 different lanes. So I can go into music and I can go into basketball. I want her to be the first to do everything. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm not gonna give y'all something that I got going on right now stewing in the pot because somebody gonna try to be slick and
try to take
you know what I'm saying? But when I hit this one, y'all gonna be like, God darn, Kia J. Brooks ain't playing.
Yeah.
And it's just, I just want the best for her.
Yeah.
The whole best. I want her to be the first of everything. So these brands that I'm reaching out to is stuff people ain't even thinking about.
Got you. Innovative. And
family. We call ourselves the Brooks Bunch because me and my husband got married. He had 2, I had kids, and then we brought them all in together. And this is Marsha. So we just like want to do family, NIL stuff, you know, traveling on the road. People ain't even think, oh, when I hit y'all with this one, y'all gonna be like, oh. But yeah, lot of big brands.
Yeah.
So let me ask you this: you win a national championship, and then a bunch of controversy starts this world. But then the president, the first lady of the United States, she makes an interesting statement, and then you guys get caught in a political situation. How did that feel? Like, that's not just a normal thing. Like, you got, like, that's like the highest level of politics. Like, you know, politicians and different things of that nature weighing in on it. How did it feel to be in the middle of that? And you guys eventually went to the White House, right?
Yeah,
how did that go when you actually went to the White House?
Well, I ain't trying to be funny, but like I kind of got thrown in the middle of that because I don't get into politics. My mama always told me, don't get into politics. Don't be political. Like, you know what I'm saying? Just stay, you know what I'm saying? But because I was on the team and like, you know what I'm saying? I think that it was a big cultural moment. You know what I'm saying? It was big, but it was like a point kind of though that I had to say something where I was like, I posted on my Twitter, I was like, just put it like this. If we lost, will we be invited? You know what I'm saying? And so I kind of think that's how like the views got like, you know what I'm saying? But I think that like the White House, like when I went there, I was like, dang, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is big. Like, we not at the expertise. Yeah, we not at the city lounge. Like, we at the White House. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
It's Secret Service. You know, no, this ain't the city hall.
We had 3 different checkpoints to get in there.
Yeah, so I think like being there, it was fun. It was an experience that you'll never forget it. It was amazing being in Washington, but I think that it was a good debate. I think it was a good debate because at that moment, after we already changed the culture in basketball, that came. So I was like, boom, you know what I'm saying? But I feel like it was something that was needed because it would have never been like handled if it wasn't that way. You know, if it wasn't that big as how it was. Yeah. So I'm happy, but I'm still happy we went too. Yeah. So we really killed 2 birds with 1 stone. You know what I'm saying? Like we ended up going, they ended up not going, and we got celebrated how we should have been celebrated. So I think that it
worked out how it's supposed to.
Yeah, it worked out how it's supposed to.
You and Angel have been the face of this championship celebration. But it's a team sport, right? So I wonder how it's affected your teammates in a positive way from, I guess, NIL deals, them looking at the team saying, wait, there's some other people here that we can also be part of. Has that happened?
Yep. It has. And it's so beautiful to see how, like us, like we're able to help them and they changing people's lives. And I think that's the best thing you could do, like in the world, is change other people's lives. Because like we just got another deal, a big deal. And they was like, you know, what other teammates do you have? Like, of course you got Angel, but like, who else? Like, you know what I'm saying? I was able to pitch some of my teammates to them. Like, I got her, you know what I'm saying? Get them a bag too. So, you know, this NIL is not just one person. It creates opportunity for everybody. And they happy because, shoot, every time we get an NIL deal, we gifting the team.
Yeah, make sure y'all Yeah, we need the team to have headphones,
shoes, custom you know what I'm saying?
Everybody got to get something. Yeah. You want to bring them in. You want to make them feel like they're a part. You know what I'm saying?
Because then it's like you don't want to get to it.
And they still get team deals.
Yeah.
They get stuff as a team.
Right.
And they get money. You know what I'm saying? And stuff like that. But
but when you see it on but when you see it on a scale like just Angel Flau'jae, you don't want it to be like that. So I always try to incorporate my teammates, just let them know. Like, cause we can't do it without them too. It ain't just Flau'jae Angel. Yeah, right. No, in no way. But now that our team is so big, you gotta come correct with the whole team. You know what I mean? Like, we're not even going. So it's a beautiful thing to see. But it just helped them to encourage them to go build your brand and watch what you get. You know what I'm saying?
For both of you, what's the ultimate dream for your brand? You guys are at an amazing pace. I think you can even change the face of WNBA and rap music forever. Like, but what's the ultimate vision and dream that you guys have for this brand?
We are at a cool pace, you know what I'm saying? I think our dreams are bigger than...
You're a quiet killer.
I'm like, we had a cool pace. It's a bit better than where we were, but man, I think we on the same page when we say we see ourselves in a whole nother light. Like, I see her as being like the Kris Jenner of music and sports at the same time. I want to own a sports agency. I want to own a record label. I want to own a production company. And so I think that me being in both of those spaces makes me the perfect face for both of them and building that brand and building that. But I think that like, I want to have like one of the biggest record labels in the world and one of the biggest sports agencies in the world with the biggest athletes. And that's something that I'm working on right now. Like now. So by the time I'm out of college, like it'll be one of the biggest for sure. Yeah. So that's the goal for me. And then we got this other idea, which is crazy. I might let y'all know that off camera, but you know, just taking it as far as it can go. Like, I feel like ain't no ceilings on nothing that we can do because we done did so much already. And I'm only 19. Like, what? Imagine what 25 look like. You know what I'm saying?
There's a lot of lies. We got to go get this Grammy now, though.
Yeah. Oh, in the music world, I haven't even scratched the surface of anything that y'all have seen with y'all eyes. So that's just gonna unfold for the world in itself. That's why I don't even speak on the music like that, because once it come out, it's gonna speak for itself.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I'm just so excited for y'all to hear that. I really am. Like y'all hearing freestyles and I'm ripping these beats apart, but just wait till y'all could digest the music.
The single done?
Oh yeah, the single's finished.
Can we hear it?
Sure. Almost there.
So, Mom, let me ask you this. Speaking of being a sports agent, is the plan to be her agent also? Or?
Well, I'm already a marketing agent. I mean,
like as far as like a sports agent.
Management, you can just do more. Just stay a manager. You can do everything across the board. Agents, it's a lot of stipulations and stuff. If you just, as a manager, you can manage a lot of different things. And that's what I want to do. Manage, build branding, all of that. It's just a lot that comes with that people don't know. So just my management, TFNA is Trey, Fly, Nixon, and Aiden. Those are my 4 kids. So that's my management, sports, and entertainment.
Flau'jae, you talked about your musical influences, but I didn't hear anything about your athletic influences. So who are the people that when you were playing, you said, that's who I want to model my game after?
For me, it don't be modeling my game after them. It's just modeling my mentality after them, because like I feel like the game just come with what your skill set is. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I love LeBron. Like, I love LeBron. I love Kobe. That's what I watch.
Kobe.
When I'm waking up in the morning, I watch motivation. I watch Kobe. Like, I can recite them like word for word, all his quotes. My favorite one is "Rest in the end, not in the middle." You know what I'm saying? So, I think his mindset, man, just run through the wall type of mindset.
Yeah.
LeBron James, just the way that he did everything, he did it perfectly. He did it as a youngin', came up through the spotlight, achieved greatness, built schools,
family,
put his fans on, put his friends on, and put them in position. Like, now he's probably gonna be at a Vest Fest and stuff like that. So I think like,
It's a fact.
I want to do things like that. I want to change lives. I can be a life changer, and I think that's what I'm put on this earth to do. So that's what I want to do.
So the last question that I have before we wrap is the debate that never ends.
Oh my God.
Michael Jordan or LeBron?
Why you gotta do me like that?
No comment is an answer to.
That's not an answer.
No pressure.
It's how I look at it. It's 2 different eras, because I've never seen Michael Jordan play.
You saw the highlights.
I seen the highlights,
but you didn't watch.
I never felt the impact. I never felt the. You know what I'm saying? Kobe, I was there when I was little, so I could see that. You know what I'm saying? But man, I look back and I watched The Last Dance documentary like 20 times. I watched all the film.
Mike's a different guy.
Jordan was just a different animal.
Say why years?
Jordan was a different
animal.
Thank you.
But LeBron James gonna be my GOAT. Yeah. But Jordan is the GOAT.
That's the best answer I've ever heard. The PR team, boy, y'all are phenomenal. That is incredible.
No, for sure. Like, it's hard to, like, they both changed the game. Like, I feel like when Stephen Curry done, he gonna be one of the GOATs, because he's changed the way the game is played forever. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's one of those things, but Jordan's a different animal. He had a different kind of, he was mentally crazy.
Why different?
Yeah.
Right.
My final question, the first thing I noticed when everyone came in is the energy of your team. How do you guys select who's on your team? Because a lot of times the entrepreneurs stumble by not adding the right pieces. How do you guys select who will be on your team, and how do you trust through the interview process on who to bring on?
Well, for me, I got a lot of spiritual discernment. Like, I just feel like God gave me that gift. I ain't gonna lie. And I get them in and get them out. Like, if they just not.
You really do.
I mean, I'm not trying to be disrespectful. We just don't have a lot of time to waste.
Yeah.
And people waste a lot of time playing games and, making people feel like they're doing something. They stop even crushing their lives when they could be doing something else, because this is not gonna work for them.
Yeah.
So, that's just me. And I feel like somebody gotta be the bad person. And I'm all right with being a bad person and Flau'jae being a sweet face. You know what I'm saying? Because that's my job. But at the end of the day, everybody's not going to fit in this circle or in this square. Like, it's certain people that just not going to rock out with what we're doing or understand, because everybody's been raised differently. You got different personalities. You got people who don't take hard work as hard as we do, you know what I'm saying? Or is gonna put it in what we gonna put in.
How many hours you working a day for context?
I told Flau'jae the other day I need a raise. I said, I've been working, I know I worked 14 hours the other day. Like literally trying to put out fires and you know what I'm saying? I'm just little things that people don't calculate. And she was like, well, mama, how much you think I need to pay you? I was like, listen, I ain't worrying about that, right? Because you know, I get money off my deals, but what about my salary? Like, you know, so she understood it and she was like, you right, mama, you are working.
The CEO life, man.
I know it's tough.
Man, cutting these checks, man. I'm just, nah. But I think like, I come from basketball discipline. You know what I mean? So I believe in you need a starting five, you need subs. Like, you know what I mean? I think, the starting five that we got right now is just a great five.
Yeah.
Everybody does their job and everybody does stuff, bring stuff to the table. But me, I got to be around people for a little bit to really like just understand their vibe. Like, okay, like you around, but like what you doing, what you bringing, how are you going to be an asset? Are you going to be a liability? You know what I mean? So I think that, I think,
incredible.
just people who are able
Sound
to
like
help us,
queen, ain't it?
people that's going to help us build. And that's important. And just having a good vibe. Like we need that. But like, I just like stuff to have motion. Like, and with these folks, we have motion. So let's take it to the top with it.
Yeah, I will just say this, that I am proud of you. Mama, I'm proud of you. We are proud of all your accomplishments. We were working on speaking to the LSU football team. I feel like we should be going down there to see these young ladies, these champions.
Come on, the lit is on the campus.
Speak with them. That's right. Because
the lit is on the campus.
The lit is.
It used to be football.
Yeah.
Not anymore.
Nah.
If we can make it happen, we will be there.
LSU Tigers.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's the first championship women ever.
Women,
That's
men,
history,
whatever.
Ever.
Yes. Wow.
For LSU?
This is her first, that's the first year in basketball.
Yeah. Shaq said y'all are did he say Angel's the greatest LSU player ever?
That's what he said.
That's what he said.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what he said.
Okay.
That's what he said.
He said because
she won a chip.
She won a
we
chip.
won a ship and they didn't.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Got a point.
Go Angel.
My brother, thank you for coordinating this. I appreciate you.
Nah, thank you, man. It's been very, very encouraging to see, you know, this is a dope dynamic family. I always like to see family working together.
Yeah.
And to, you know, be so young and just have, you know, so much spirit and such a vision for your life, I think is extremely encouraging. And you, for, you know, being a mom and providing the blueprint for your daughter, I think that that's really dope as well. So I'm sure people will gain insight and then we'll see you at InvestFest. So
yes. Team, let's make that happen, ladies.
The highest level VIP possible.
Yes.
Tell the people any information when the project is dropping, all that stuff.
Yeah, project dropping in midsummer. Y'all go check out the music that I got right now. I'm loading up with a lot of content. I got a lot of freestyles out right now. The clickbait just dropped. Make sure y'all go get that. And yeah, spread love. For sure.
Spread love. Love,
the universal language.
All right, guys. We'll see you next week. Peace.
Peace.
Peace.